Mike Nunez, welcome to my living room.
I thank you for having me.
Where are you zooming in from?
So I actually live in Western Puerto Rico, in a city called Rincon, Western Puerto Rico. I used to live in Orlando, Florida, but we decided to ride out the pandemic over here in Puerto Rico. It's where we're from. My wife is full Puerto Rican. I'm half Puerto Rican, and we just decided to ride it out here.
That is so fun. I wish I had the opportunity to do that. How is the pandemic in Puerto Rico?
So they've done, I think, a fantastic job. They put a lot of focus on social distancing, mask wearing. Um, a lot of the hotels have actually been shut down, so there's not as many visitors. So I think last I checked, which was earlier this week, we had, and I use the word only, Lisa, but more than one is too many. 6,000 cases, and I think it was around 149 deaths, which again is awful.
Yes.
However, in comparison, it's doing quite well. So that, and if you've ever been here, everything smells like Fabuloso, which is the disinfectant, and it smells fantastic. So they do a really good job of cleaning all the time. So it's
Yeah.
really.
No, that's great. I mean, I'm in the New York, New Jersey area. So obviously we've been the hotbed of COVID, although not so much now, but we're still keeping things very cautious.
Yeah, I do business with a lot of people in the New York, New Jersey state area, and it was awful there for a while. But I'm really glad to see you all coming out of it.
Yeah. Well, the pandemic, yes, it's put a lot of people out of business and it's wreaked havoc on a lot of lives, but there's also great opportunity. And I know that's what we're here to talk about today, how to start an LLC in the midst of the COVID-19 crisis. So talk to us about your tips.
Sure. So I would say one of the first things is kind of what you just talked about. A lot of people talk to us or me about, hey, when's the best time to start a business? And the real answer is now, always now, right? I think there's a great saying, when's the best time to plant a tree? And the answer is 20 years ago. The second best time is now, right? And so similarly, it's the same thing for a business, but it's never been truer than I think right now. And I want to say this, Lisa, with all due respect to the parents that have small children and such, because I'm about to say we have more spare time on our hands, but I know that's not true for some people who may have small children or other things in their lives that make it a lot more difficult actually right now. But for many of us, we have more time on our hands at the moment. And so we can use that to invest in ourselves in many different ways, whether it be incorporating and starting a business or improving upon our skills. Just a quick side anecdote, I've joined the gym, I'm working out. Me and my wife are taking salsa lessons, to try to improve ourselves during these times. So there's ways that you can improve on yourself or that you can improve on your life circumstances and so on. So now is the time when you have that extra time, even if it's the time that you used to spend commuting. If you had an hour commute in and back every day, that's 2 hours a day in your life that I promise you is going to get filled with something, as you know, Lisa. But if you can choose to fill it with something, choose to do something that's going to improve upon your life. So yeah. That's the way that I started. I'm gonna just pause for a second because I have a habit of maybe talking too much. So
no, you're doing great and you're very engaging. No, that's all great. Tell us about your background.
Sure. So I've been in online marketing for, 21 years if I'm dating myself here, since 1999, and started working in online marketing. Eventually started a business with my brother in online marketing. Went and joined a company that did online marketing. That company got bought by Google.
Yeah.
So then I went to work for Google for 4 years, and then left back to the original company, and that got bought. That company got bought. So I've been all over the place, and then since then I've been working with IncFile, the company that I'm here talking with you today, and that just some people are never sure, how to spell that. It's INCFILE, so Inc as in corporation. So with IncFile, and it's been a passion of mine to help others launch their businesses. So this is really exciting for me to be a part of this, and and help people through this. You mentioned a little bit earlier that a lot of people are having a hard time right now, and it's so true. I mean, and if we could snap our fingers and make coronavirus go away, I think everybody in the world would absolutely do so. So I just want to say that because I don't want to make it sound like we're trying to take advantage of the situation or anything. Like, no, like we would make it go away. That said, we're in this situation, so we have to do what we can to help ourselves get out of it. And sometimes starting a business is doing so. And IncFile is the one-stop shop to help people do so. So what do you think your listeners would be interested in? How do you think I can help make sure that they know what they can do to start a business?
Yeah, I mean, I think because we have had so much time to ourselves in quarantine, even with small children, I think a lot of people that I've talked to, they've done a lot of soul searching in that time, and they've come to realize that maybe their job isn't what they want to be doing anymore. So they're taking this time to really look at a career change. And for some of those people, it's starting a business. Now is the best time because you'll never have the time to work on your business plan, your marketing plan, uninterrupted like this ever again. So I always urge, whether it's my listeners or people that I'm interviewing, my friends, take advantage of this time to really get down to what you want, because time is of the essence and we have a lot of it now.
Yeah, and I'll add to something that you said in terms of people that are working and many people choose to work for another company because they feel more secure. And it's been, if we've learned anything with the record unemployment that we have today, it's that it's not secure. And really the only true security, in my opinion, is to be your own boss, to own your own company, is to, you're not going to fire yourself. You're not going to lay yourself off, right? And so that's just it's a shift in mindset. That's a completely different paradigm for many people, but it's an important way to view the current circumstances. Now, what's the next step? Mike, that sounds great, but how do I get there from here? A lot of people will say, follow your passion. I typically say something that's a little bit of a twist of that. And it's more of, especially if it's your first time doing a business, you're going to be learning on the fly on how to do that business. So I would say the reason why many people say follow your passion is because it's obviously something that you are knowledgeable about. So find something that you're knowledgeable about. And my personal, again, this is my take. A good business is the intersection of two disciplines. What do I mean by that? Well, it could be you're very good at interacting with people. You have good skills, good people skills. You can talk to people. You do a really good job with that. And maybe you're also good at cleaning a pool. I don't know. I'm just throwing something out there. But if you intersect those two things, well, maybe now is the time to launch a pool cleaning business, and so on. We have other examples of, the suit that I'm wearing was a company that was incorporated at IncFile from somebody who really just enjoyed dressing well. That company is oliverwicks.com. We have another one that loved root beer. And so they started selling root beer online. That's beveragesdirect.com. So there's many, there's another one that I really, really love. They sell like placemats and stuff for children called justsoposh.com. It's a print-on-demand company. All of these companies started. And the next thing people might say is, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Is it really the right time to start a business? I know we've talked at length about
is.
Yeah. But from that perspective, online sales are actually skyrocketing. Take a look at Amazon and everything that, and Amazon stock right now. I think it broke 3,000 for the first time. So it's because people are shifting their purchasing online. So this is the time to go and focus there.
Yeah. Well, where can people find out more about you and to get started on their business?
Sure. To find out more about us, it's incfile.com. That's INCFILE.com. There's tons of resources there. And it's everything about bank accounts and taxes. And there's even a website builder built for one of our packages. And if I might say, it's never been less expensive to start a business. We actually offer a package That's $0 plus state fee. The state's always going to charge what they charge, but we're actually offering a $0 package that you just have to pay the state, and you'll have your incorporation. You can start going from there. And one last thing I think that matters is why even incorporate? Well, two reasons. One, it's to protect you from liability, and number two, it's for tax purposes. So talk to your accountant on things like that.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your time in Puerto Rico.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.